My name is Yuto Tanaka. I am a pastry chef at a famous restaurant in Tokyo. Ever since I was a child, I dreamed of becoming a top pastry chef, and I have studied hard all my life. Thanks to my hard work, I am in charge of the restaurant at a young age, but...
That's why I'm telling you to keep the cost ratio lower.
But I just can't bring it down any further.
You could just change your suppliers. The customer won't notice if you lower the quality. It's the name of the store that customers are coming to buy.
This store has become famous enough.
Oh my god!
If you don't listen to me, I'll just fire you. There are plenty of pastry chefs to replace you.
You! Okay, then I'll quit. As a business, he may be right. But I couldn't follow the owner's profit-first policy that doesn't care about customers. Then I quit the restaurant and looked for a new job. But the owner had spread a bad reputation about me, and all the stores turned me down. The owner is a well-known figure in the industry. He was the one I made an enemy of. But I don't regret it. Let's go home. Feeling my dreams crumbling, I decided to go back to my hometown. I could have chosen to work in another industry in Tokyo, but I didn't want to drag my dream down with me. This choice would change my life forever.
Hey, Yuto!
Hey, Ryuji! Long time no see! I met my friend Ryuji Takahashi right after I came back to my hometown. He's a good guy who has always supported my dreams. I almost cried a little when I saw him greet me with the same smile as before. But Yuto, why did you come back? I thought you had a store in Tokyo? I had a conflict with the owner. I was fired, or rather, we had a fight and parted ways. It was hard to tell Ryuji, who had been supporting me, that I quit the restaurant, but he never blamed me.
I see. I'm sorry to hear that. But we're all human. We can't help it if we don't get along.
Ryuji.
It happens all the time. Even my sister Misaki quit her job and came back.
What? Misaki? Ryuji's sister, Misaki. We don't know each other that well. I had heard that she got a job at a big company in Tokyo. I didn't know she quit. Did something happen to her?
It's not that serious. Well, you'll understand when you come to my house. So, let's go.
Okay. Ryuji was as aggressive as ever, and to be honest, I was thankful for that. So we're headed to Ryuji's house for the first time in a long time.
Yuto-san? Why did you come to our house? I mean, it's been a while.
Hi! Long time no see, Misaki! Ryuji's sister, Misaki. It's been a long time since we last met. But her reaction was a little over the top.
Misaki's a fan of yours.
Oh, brother!
Oh, I don't mean she's in love with you. I mean as a patissier. She used to sneak out to your store and buy cakes and stuff. She would brag about it to me every time. Do you want to see the pictures?
Hey, bro!
What? Don't get mad at me.
Well. I mean, Ryuji, you still haven't told me why you called me all the way here.
Oh, that's right. Misaki, please make Yuto some coffee.
What? I'm making coffee for Yuto-san?
Ryuji, what are you doing out of the blue? Misaki, if you don't like it, it's totally fine.
No, I don't mind. Please, wait a minute.
A few moments later, Misaki brought me a cup of coffee. I can recognize it. It is a good one.
Here you go.
Yes. Bon appetit. Delicious!
Really?
It's very tasty. It has depth. I think it's partly because the beans are good.
Actually, Misaki is aiming to become a barista. She got into coffee in Tokyo and quit her job to become a barista.
Wait, bro!
Whoa! But with your skill, I'm sure you'll be able to compete.
Really?
Yes, I'm sure.
When Yuto-san says so, I have confidence.
Hey, you're looking sloppy.
Hey, are you free for lunch tomorrow?
Huh? Oh, yes! I'm totally free! I'm totally unemployed right now.
Good. I'll be glad if you make me coffee again tomorrow. And the next day, I came to Ryuji's house with a homemade cake. I made a cake that I thought would go well with Misaki's coffee.
Yuto-san's homemade cake! I can't believe I can eat it again! Bon appetit!
There's one for Yuji too.
Oh! It's so delicious and goes really well with coffee.
It's really, really good! It's probably the best I've ever had.
I'm glad you like it.
It just hit me! Yuto Sweets and Misaki's coffee! If we open a coffee shop together, it will be very popular!
What?
That's a great idea! Yuto-san, what do you think?
It seems a bit sudden, but yes. I think we can go for it if you say so.
If that's the case, let's get moving!
Eating good food gives him a bottomless well of energy. As if to embody this, Ryuji's hands were quick. Ryuji consulted with his acquaintances. He signed a contract to rent an apartment at a reasonable price. The three of us pooled our savings, and within a few months, we had opened a coffee shop. And
Welcome!
on the first day of opening, customers started coming in right away. The customers looked like just happened to drop by when they had time. This is the time to show off our skills.
Thank you for waiting. This is the cake set. I just stopped by to kill some time before my meeting. Well, I guess I can't expect much taste.
But the moment the customer took a bite, customer's complexion changed.
Huh? What is this? It's so delicious! The cake is delicious and goes well with the coffee. It's a perfect harmony!
Our coffee shop is just as Ryuji had planned. Began to receive more and more customers through word of mouth. And how word spread. We even got an offer to appear on a TV show.
That's amazing! You should definitely take this opportunity!
But I heard that the top pastry chefs will be tasting the pastries and deciding whether we pass or fail. I don't know. I have a bad feeling about it.
No. We're invited by the TV show too.
They wouldn't do anything to embarrass us. Ryuji encouraged me to participate in the competition, and I decided to do it for the sake of the shop. But on the day of the competition, I looked into the eyes of the pastry chefs judging the competition and realized,
well, it looks plain. The flavoring is also mediocre.
well, isn't this price reasonable?
It would be nice if there was one near my house, but I don't think I'd go out of my way to go there.
They tried to sugarcoat it or not, the level of criticism is clearly conveyed. I knew this was going to happen from the contemptuous look in their eyes before I even entered the tasting room. I thought it was a bit of a broadcast accident, but in the end, it was broadcasted to the public as it was. The day after the broadcast, the number of customers clearly decreased. Sorry, Misaki. Ryuji too.
It's not your fault. Those judges were absolutely ridiculous, and the regular customers were angry too.
Yuto, I'm sorry. It's because I recommended you to do that.
Misaki is upset and Ryuji is depressed. I made up my mind to do it. I'm going to make them pay back for what they did to me! A competition was scheduled to be held soon to determine the world's best pastry chef, regardless of whether he or she was a professional or amateur. The venue is Tokyo. It's a prestigious international competition, so the pâtissiers who were the judges on the TV show will be there to compete as well. At first, I wasn't sure if I wanted to participate, but this time, all my doubts were blown away! I don't know if it was when I was in Tokyo, but now that I've worked hard with Misaki, I'm sure I can get the results I want! I won't let the two people who support me be sad any longer! The competition will be decided by the votes of the world's most famous pastry chefs and the general public. I studied and prepared for the competition until the last minute and was in perfect condition. And
The winner is Yuto Tanaka!
I won the competition with overwhelmingly positive feedback from the judges and from the general public.
Congratulations, Yuto! It's amazing that you won!
Thank you. It's all thanks to the hard work I put into baking cakes to keep up with the wonderful coffee Misaki roasts. I'm sure you'll get your reputation back.
Actually, Yuto-san, there's something I have to tell you.
What?
Ta-da! Look at this!
This certificate is from... Misaki won the barista competition!
Yes! It was held at the same time as Yuto-san's competition. I wanted to surprise Yuto-san. I wanted to help the store. But I was also surprised that I could win.
Whoa! That's great, Misaki! Wait a minute. That means we have the world's best pastry chef and barista, right? That's right! Ryuji! Look! It's already trending on social networking sites! Of course! I've advertised it all over the place! The crowds are not just coming back. We're going to have more customers than we've ever seen before! It's going to be busy! And just as Ryuji declared, a long line of customers formed before the store opened the next day, and Misaki and I were busy serving customers all day long. It was a lot of work, but we were really happy to see people so happy with our store. Thanks in part to Ryuji's advertising, our popularity never ceased, and our store quickly became world famous. On the other hand, I heard that the patissiers who criticized me on TV lost their reputation because of this result. They were flamed on social networking sites for not being a good judge of taste and for being arrogant in the first place. They desperately tried to put out the fire, but the restaurant's customers stopped coming in. And then, surprise, or just as I thought, behind their scathing criticism was the former owner. He didn't like the fact that I had opened a cafe that had been popular after I had left the company. He pressured the patissiers and made them criticize me on purpose. This incident spilled over and revealed the many injustices and threats he was making. He was once a good man to me. And it's a little bit painful, but I think he got what he deserved. All we pastry chefs can do is try our best to make sweets that make our customers happy. I've made it this far with Misaki as my partner and Ryuji as my collaborator. From now on, no matter what happens, I will confidently carry out my will. With this renewed vow, I devote myself to making new sweets again today.